Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Aintree Racecourse here on Thursday. It is April the 7th, 2016. I'm going to look at all races on today's program. Before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections. We have an excellent few days of racing from Aintree. Remember, Saturday is the Grand National. Just all across the world, if you think about it, we have an excellent upcoming days of racing. Like I said, the Grand National in England. You have here in America, you have the Wood Memorial prep races for the Kentucky Derby, Wood Memorial. Let's see, the San Diego Derby, the Bluegrass. So yeah, some really nice races. The Aintree card today is amazing. I'm gonna go through all the races, but before I do that, remember to follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections. So let's get on to today's action. Today's first race, the 140 post time, and before I want to just get some to clear it up. I'm going to look at these races more towards an American point of view. So I might say some things that sound, weird because, it's something because it's more towards the American point of view. So like the purses are in the American currency. So and these are the tote odds. So today's first race, the 140 post time from Aintree, is the Mersey Rail Manifesto Novice Chase. Grade 1 chase here, Class 1, purse $147,000. Remember, that's in American currency for juveniles, 4-year-olds only, traveling 2 miles and 1/2 over the steeplechase course. 8 horses going to post, and I'm going to do an exacta key here. I'm going to key in on the 7-horse Sing John as the top selection with Birkin saddle. I'm going to key that horse on top for my exact key. Going to go 7 with the 4-5 for a $1 minimum base wager on the exact. It's going to cost you $2. But number 7, Sing John. 3-1 last time out, run a Shelton on the 15th of March, 2 miles over the steeplechase course in the Grade 1 Racing Post Arkle Challenge Trophy Chase. So I finished second by 7 lengths that day. Wasn't catching Dalvin, who won very, very good, I must say. I believe I had Dalvin that day, but Dalvin, he just wasn't catching Dalvin. Had a very nice second place behind him. Start before that was on the 26th of December at Leopardstown, 2 miles and 1/8 in the Grade 1 Racing Post Novice Chase. Finished second by 18 lengths again behind Dalvin, who was just an incredible horse. He just, he couldn't catch it. This horse's last one came at Punchestown on the 15th of November. Soft turf course, 2 miles in the Grade 2 Ryan's cleaning. Craddockstown Novice Chase, won by 8 lengths, won pretty convincingly. Horse lost to Dalvin twice this year and twice last year over the hurdle. So this horse finally is getting away from Dalvin. Hopefully this horse could really do well here. He's going to be my top selection. So without Dalvin, I think this horse should really run well. With just facing a horse that's on another level. So to recap my bets for the 140 post time, the first race from Aintree, going to go with the 7 horse here. Going to do an exact key 7 with the 4-5 for a $1 minimum base wager. It's going to cost you $2. So now let's get on to race number 2, the 215 post time from Aintree. It is the Betfred Anniversary 4-year-old Juvenile Hurdle. Grade 1 race here. Class 1 horses going for a purse $147,000 for 5-year-olds and upwards, traveling 2 miles and a furlong on the hurdle course. I almost forgot for a second. 9 horses going to post, and I'm going to go do another exacta key here. Going to key in on the 5 horse, and hopefully I said this right, because I think I said it wrong when I I had this horse a few weeks ago actually at Shelton. The 5 horse Ivanich Gorbachev is going to be my top selection. Hopefully I said that right. Close enough. Sounds, quite right. I'm going to keep that horse on top for an exact key. I'm going to go 5 with the 4-9 for a $1 minimum base wager. It's going to cost you $2. All my exact keys should cost you $2. I've been doing it 1 with 2 horses underneath, so if you play for the Dow, it's going to cost $2. Just remember that. But going to keep that horse top. Going to go 5 with 4-9. But number 5, Ivanich Gorbachev, even money favorite here, 1-1. Not a lot you can do with the price here. Very Garrity. Last week, 2 weeks ago at Shelton on the 18th of March in the JCB Triumph Hurdle, this horse won by 1/4 lengths. Had a lot of money on this horse that day, so I really cashed with this horse, and he just stayed really well, giving Aidan O'Brien a very good victory for his son, Joe O'Brien, who is the trainer, but with some rules and stuff, they have to put it in Aidan O'Brien's name, but he had a very, very nice run. Start before that was at Leopardstown on 2 miles over the hurdle course, February the 6th in a Grade 1 Gain Spring Juvenile Hurdle. Horse finished 4th by 9 3/4 lengths. Was a favorite that day, but just had nothing, he was weakening towards the final few flights. I think this horse should really be on the improvement. His last race was really good. I think this race, in this spot against these horses, he should really excel to probably one of his best numbers of his career. He should really have the best race of his career to this point. Ran 6 times, 4 wins, 1 third place finish, but that last start was just pretty impressive at Shelton. So I'm going to go with this one. So count my bets for the second race from Aintree. The 2:15 post time. It is the Betfred Anniversary 4-year-old Juvenile Hurdle. Going to go with the 5 horse. Going to do an exact key 5 with 4-9 for $1 minimum base wager. Guess what? It's going to cost you $2. So now let's get on to race number 3 from Aintree. The 250 post times, the race I've been waiting for. The 250 is the Betfred Bowl Chase, Grade 1 chase here. Class 1 horse going for a purse $220,500 for 5-year-olds and upwards, traveling 3 miles and 1/8 over the steeplechase course. 9 horses going to post, and I'm gonna go do another exact key here. Gonna key in the 2 horse Jacques Dame as a top selection. Gonna put that horse on top of my ticket with the 1-3 underneath for $1 minimum base wager. It's gonna cost you $2. But number 2, Jacques Dame, Ruby Walsh. Last few weeks ago actually at Shelton, 3 miles and quarter in the Shelton Gold Cup, finished second by 4.5 lengths behind Don Kasich, and he had it was a decent second place finish in the final run, and he was just he didn't have anything left there after a very tiring race. But Don Kasich ran his heart out. I believe I had the exacta that day with him. Made some money with that race also. I made a few bucks at Shelton. So yeah, start 4 though was at Shelton over that course on 30th of January, 3 miles and 1/8 in the Brett Wright Trial Chase. This horse fell that day. It was pretty annoying when he fell. He was a heavy favorite also. And then on the Punchestown Island on the 6th of December, 2 miles and a half in the Grade 1 John Durkin Memorial Punchestown Chase, won by 12 lengths that day, and he just ran really well. His last start, he faced a very tough field. I know the 1 horse Q Card, who was a who I have on my ticket, was very favored. Also, is running back. He's the favorite in this race actually, 4-5. I have him at. But, I'm going to stay away with him. I want to try and get Jacques Dame. I really like that horse better. Some people might be screaming at me right now for liking Jacques Dame instead of Q Card, but I think this horse should run really well after that really tough second place finish today. Still going to go with this one. So recap my bets for today's third race. The 250 post time for Aintree. It's the Betfred Bowl Chase. Going to go with the 2 horse here, Jacques Dame. I'm going to do an exact key 2 with the 1-3 for $1 minimum base wager. It's going to cost you $2. So now let's get on to race number 4 from Aintree. The 325 post time from Aintree is the Dunbar Aintree Hurdle, Grade 1 hurdle here. Class 1 horse going for a purse $294,000 for 4-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of only 6 horses traveling 2 miles and 1/2 over the hurdle course, but it's very good field of 6 horses. I'm going to do a straight exacta here this race. Going to go 6-3 for $1. It's going to cost you $1. For $10, it's going to cost you $10, But number 6, Any Power, is a very good horse here. Ruby Walsh. Last week, at Shelton, or 2 weeks, whatever the one is. It feels like last week we were at Shelton, but on the 15th of March, 3 weeks ago, I think, in the Grade 1 Stan James Champion Hurdle Trophy Chase, won by 4.5 lengths. It really ran very good, very impressive run. Start 4 that was at Punchestown in the Mayor's Hurdle on the 17th of February. Won again by 6.5 lengths. Heavy favorite. Ran it very good. Not a lot you can say about this horse other than this horse has been pretty solid. There has been a few hiccups going back to 2015 at the Shelton Festival in the Oblig Mayor's Hurdle. This horse didn't finish that day. She fell. But I think this horse should really do well. That's Scirocco, who won the on a side note, Scirocco won the 2005 Breeders' Cup Turf here in New York at Belmont Park. So very nice horse, that German bred horse. But I think this horse, Andy's Power, should really do well. I have her with an exacta with the 3 horse My Tent of yours, 9-year-old Gelding. I have to say this horse had a very good second place finish behind Andy's Power last week. Had a good second place finish after a 2-year layoff. He ran March 15th this year. His last start before that was on the 12th of April at Ayr of 2014. So he had a very good second place finish. Watch out, if there could be something where there could be maybe an upsetter, I think the 3 horse My Tent of yours. I might just play a few bucks to win on My Tent of yours, since he's going to be probably a bigger, substantial odds if something happens here. But I really feel good with the 6 horse Any's Power. Really like this horse here. So recap my bets for the 4th race. The 325 post time from Aintree. It's the Dunbar Aintree Hurdle. Gonna go with the 6 horse Any Power. Gonna do an exacta here, 6-3. A long shot play is gonna be the 3 horse. Maybe a few, like a $2 to win on it maybe. So now let's get on to race number 5 from Aintree. The 4:05 post time, it goes off here at 11:05, so I don't think I'll be able to watch it. I have class tomorrow morning, so I have a college history class actually. So I don't think the teacher would like me to watch this Aintree in his class. But Friday I'm clear and Saturday I'm clear. I'm gonna watch it on on TV. But so yeah, today's fifth race from Aintree, the 4:05 post time is Krabby's Fox Hunters Chase. It's over the National Course, Grand National Course. Purse $59,000. Class 2 Hunters Chase here, traveling 2 miles and 5/8. Like I said, over the Grand National Course. One of the best Grand National courses, I think, in the world. But 23 horses, and this is just one of those races. Get a dart, throw it at the dartboard, and there's your selection. It's very I just went. This is out of all the races I looked at today for any track around the world. I looked at a few races for North America also. This is probably the one that's just the most difficult one because it's just so wide open. I went 3 horses deep. I'll do a dollar exact box each way with 14, 9, 19, 20. I'm gonna go 14, 19, 20. Dollar exact box is gonna cost you $6. I might even play a few bucks to win on each horse also, because it's just so wide open. So, but number 14, first horse on my ticket, Mendip Express, 10-year-old gelding here, 12-1. Last time out, I ran at Shelton in the Hunter's Chase. Finished 8th that day by 9 3/4 lengths. And, he just had nothing really. He didn't have that good late surge. Then at the 28th of February, 3 miles and 3/16 in Hunter's Chase, Class 6 event that day. He won by a neck and just won pretty easily in a field of 5. And then at Warwick on the 28th of January, 3 miles and Hunter's Chase again won by 3 3/4 lengths. Again, just won pretty impressively. If this horse could be an upsetter, I think he has a very good chance here. Stepping up in a little bit of class again, but I think this horse could really be a bit of a long shot here at 12-1. I'm also going to put the 19 horse on my ticket on the fringe, 7-5. This horse looks like a very good contender. Ran in the Hunter's Chase last season here at Aintree and won by 3 3/4 lengths, was a favorite and just really ran very well. This season ran at the Hunter's Chase at Shelton and won by a neck and just held on. It was a very fun Hunter's Chase at Shelton this year, I have to say. But I think this horse could really upset. Won the 2015 Hunter's Chase at Shelton by 17 lengths. So, so I think this horse could really do well here again. 7-5, not a lot you can do with the price here. And I'm also going to put the 20 horse on my ticket. Patra du Polder, 7-2 here in the American odds. Last time out, ran Shelton 3 miles quarter in Hunter's Chase. Finished 5th by 2 3/4 lengths that day. He didn't have that good running. It was very tiring for this horse that day. Then Class 6 Hunter's Chase on the 2.5 miles on March 2nd. Won easily by 29 lengths, just very, very easily. From a field of 8, just destroyed them. And then at a Hunter's Chase on the 19th of February, did not finish that day. He unseated the rider. So I think this horse will really do well. Ran the Hunter's Chase last season, finishing second behind on the fringe. I think this horse could really maybe get a good second place finish. He did well over this course last season for this 9-year-old gelding. So going with this one, so recap my bets for the 5th race from Aintree. It is the Krabby's Fox Hunters Chase over the Grand National Course. I'm going to go with the 14, 19, 20. I'm going to do an exact key, 14, 19, 20 for a dollar exact key. It's going to cost you $6. So now let's get on to race number 6 from Aintree. It is the 4:40 post time, and it is the Betfred Red Rum Handicap Chase. Grade 3 horses going, Grade 3 Class 1 horses going for a purse $147,000 for novice 5-year-olds and upwards. 2 miles over the steeplechase course, 13 horses, and I'm going to do an exact key here. I'm going to key it on the 2-horse Solar Impulse French bred horse with Sam Twinston Davies. Put that horse on top of my ticket with the 5-9, so 2 with the 5-9 for a dollar exact key. It's going to cost you $2 for number 2 Solar Impulse Sam Twinston Davies. Last time out, run Shelton 2 miles over the hurdle course on the 18th of March and the Johnny Henderson Grand Annual Chase Challenge Cup. Won by 3 3/4 lengths that day and really ran incredibly well. Very nice win at substantial odds. Then at Exeter on the 2 miles and 3/16, if we could see right, on December the 17th, and a graduation chase. This horse didn't finish that day, and pulled up. So, and then a Haddock in graduation chase, finished third by 4 3/4 lengths. Again, he was ridden it was a decent third place finish that day. Ran over this course last season at the at Aintree on the 11th of April, and a Grade 1 Muggle Novice Chase. Finished sixth by 31 lengths, just weakened that day. I think this horse should have a really good improvement today. So count my bets for the sixth race. 4:40 post time from Aintree. Gonna go with the 2 horse here. Gonna do an exact key 2 with the 5-9 for $1 minimum base for the exact. And guess what? It's gonna cost you $2. So now let's get on to race number 7, the finale on the program. This is the 5:15 post time. It is the Grade 2 Joff's Mares Standard Open National Hunt Flat Race. Class 1 horses, Grade 2 event here. Going for a purse $59,000, 2 miles and 1/8 over the National Hunt course. Basically, I think it's like the hurdle course without the hurdles, I think. And you have 18 horses, very wide open race again. Get the dart, throw it at the dartboard. There's your selection. But I'm gonna go with the 5 horse here, Copper K, as top selection with Richard Johnson. Gonna keep that horse on top of an exacta key 5 with the 1/8 for $1 minimum base wager. Guess what? I said it all video. It's gonna cost $2. But number 5, Copper K, Richard Johnson, Philip Hobbs. Last time out, ran a sound down on the 12th of March. 2 miles in a national hunt race. This horse finished sixth by 5 1/4 lengths that day, and was a favorite. And just he weakened that day. He just really didn't have that late run. Then Shelton on the 14th of November, 2 miles in a Mares national hunt race. Switch finished won that day by 4.5 lengths. Was the favorite. He ran on very well. Has been the favorite in his last 3 starts. His first start of this jumping season, or the national hunt season, on October the 9th, 2 miles and 8 in the national hunt. Won by 5 lengths. A heavy favorite that day. Won easy. This horse has been pretty good this year. Other than his last start over the national hunt course. But I think this horse should really do well here. I'm gonna go as my top selection. Looking over this field, I think 7-1 is a very good price also. So recap my bets for the 7th race from Aintree. The 5:15 post time. It's the Joff's Mare Standard Open National Hunt Flat Race. And with the 5 horse here, gonna do an exact key 5 with the 1/8. So good luck to all. Remember to follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections. And remember to join me tomorrow for the second day of racing action from Aintree. And join me for some very good racing from North America and France, also here on YouTube. So good luck to all. Follow me on YouTube on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections. Good luck, everybody.